don't engage with you on the ideas that good, true, and beautiful are something that can be defined and something that can be taught.
You're perfect evidence of why I think college is a scam.
Why?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl and if yes, Carlos. Today back again with another video from Charlie Kirk. So today, girl proved exactly why college is a scam with our full take. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started.
I was hoping we could talk a little bit more about how you see college as a scam.
Okay, I think we did that, but sure. So.
If you want to talk about something else, we can talk about something else. I was just curious.
Okay. What would you like to pinpoint on that?
Yeah, well, I think a big part of your issue is that people are spending a lot of money and that you feel like they're not getting the equivalent of all the money that they go into debt or that they have to borrow to make it worth it. Well, in that case, I think education is really awesome. I think it's really valuable. I think education's the only way that someone like you is able to write a book is because someone taught you how to read and write. And education on all levels is great. So that's not that one. I don't think that's your issue with college, right?
Do you know where I went to college?
I don't think that's important right now. Let me just.
I didn't.
I'm just talking to. I said read and write. Like, who taught you to read?
No, I agree. I didn't say grade school's a scam.
Can we just keep going? All right.
I said college is a scam, not grade school.
Right.
Keep going.
So we're talking about the financial part, right? So do you think that college should be free then, so that everybody can get like a free education?
No.
Why
and
not?
By the way, what's happening in college is not an education.
Well, okay. You don't think that college should be free because it's not an education? If it was
no.
Wait. If
Both,
it was an
for
education in your eyes, would you think that should be free, or do you
what do you mean by free? You mean paid by somebody else?
Well, sure, our taxpayer dollars would go to pay for it.
So paid by somebody else.
Sure.
Sure. No, I don't believe that your schooling should be paid by somebody else.
I want my taxes to go to schooling for everybody. I think education's great. I don't want my taxes to go to fund wars. I don't want my taxes to go to the military or the police budget, but I don't get to pick.
You don't want any military?
I don't think that it should go to fund the military like that. I want my taxes.
You don't want any police force?
I want my taxes to go towards education because I think education is valuable. Do you think that education should be paid for?
So define education, I'm curious.
Sure, it's just I would probably say that education right now is the ability to go out and learn different mindsets, to be introduced to different subjects, to have the opportunities to talk about these things with a lot of different kinds of people. I think that's the really cool part about college. Someone like you can come here and have different opinions. My history teacher just talked about how he does this whole like, I'm a conservative, old school conservative act, and then one of my other teachers, she's like, I'm a bleeding hippie, you know? There's like a lot of opportunities to just be introduced to subjects you didn't even know were a thing. Like, I didn't know that semiotics was a thing until my last philosophy class, and I think that's really interesting. So just the idea that you get to go out to this place and you get to get taught about a bunch of different ideas, are you against that being available for everyone?
Oh, I have a completely different view of what education is. So education in Latin means to lead forth.
Okay.
Your idea of education is the new age, which is we're going to have like a buffet line of postmodern ideas and all ideas are treated the same. I don't believe that at all. College means partnership in Greek, and going back to education, you must lead forth towards something. And I think college should lead you towards the good, the true, and the beautiful.
Okay.
It should lead you towards things.
You think it should lead towards beautiful things?
Of course.
Like beautiful things? Like, you think that we should go out after college and be like, where's the prettiest thing that's around
me? If your idea
me?
of beauty is just the aesthetic, then you're not having a great college experience.
What's your idea of beauty? My bad.
That which is perfected in being.
Okay, so you really like the Greek ideas and like the Roman ideas of like the idea of perfection and perfect harmony, because that's like a very Greek and Roman way of approaching.
It's Western, which is the civilization we currently live in.
Okay, but that
let me
stems
finish.
from Greek and Roman
Of course, you're right. So the good, the true, and the beautiful are the three things that every college student should grapple with. Do you think in this current university that is what you're currently grappling with? That the focus of your education is enriching yourself to get closer to what is good, what is true, and beautiful?
See, I don't engage with you on the ideas that good, true, and beautiful are something that can be defined and something that can be taught.
You're perfect evidence of why I think college is a scam.
Why do you... Wait, I don't...
Because of course they could be defined, and they should be sought after.
Okay, so you think that something like the beautiful, the perfect, like
Yes.
something like goodness can be defined in quantifiable, teachable. Oh, because you're Christian, I forgot. You guys think
Yes.
that there's like
Yes,
a
the-
binary to
Well, no,
goodness.
there's a hierarchy, not a binary.
Oh,
there's an
okay.
ultimate perfection. The ultimate
Okay.
perfection would be that there's a creator who loves you, who
Okay.
made you in his image and loved you so much to come down and take the broken flesh form, live a perfect life, die and rise from the dead so that you might live forever. There is nothing more perfect, good, true, or beautiful than that.
Okay, so I don't really engage with religion like that, but what about just the idea that you get to go to a place, you get taught about different subjects, you get the opportunity, okay, I'm sorry, because you don't have access to all these things wherever you come from. You get the opportunity to talk to people who know a lot about these different subjects and get to learn about that. You don't think that
No,
should be free or like provided
First of all, I don't
for?
think it should be free, and I don't think that's what education should be or what it once was when it was at its best.
When do
see-
you think it was at its best? Because we have like the Indian Golden House of, oh no, I think it was called the
Okay.
Baghdad Golden House of Wisdom. We have the Greek and Roman, and they had their whole thing about how you have to learn astrology at the same time as learning your education. We
Correct.
have like so many different points of learning and knowledge. I think people just love to learn. I think learning is inherent to what we want to do with our lives.
So two thoughts. That is the first line of Aristotle's Metaphysics, which is all people seek to know, that something within us wants to learn. So to answer your question, when was education at its best? It
No,
at
that
its-
was you were the one
Can
who
I
was like,
finish?
education is not at their best here. You're like, this is your new age bullshit. Like,
it is. So, but
so
let
when was
me-
it good?
I was about to say that, and you interrupted me again.
Oh,
Okay.
my bad. I'm
All right.
sorry.
So it was at its best when we had a thing called classical education here in America, specifically around the American founding. Classical education has a prioritization on Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, and the core canon of Greek thinking, which is that there is an abstract, distant good, the logos, which created the world, right? I want to try to find out more about what that is.
So you think that education should revolve around ethics then? You think it should be
Well,
teaching
it's a
people?
big part of
Yeah,
education.
education's
Yes,
cool.
I think that creating good people should be the #1 priority of education.
Okay.
Do you guys think that creating good people is a priority at Cal State
Yes.
Fullerton?
I don't think that that is really a thing that you can achieve like with a pointed. I don't think there's a way to really teach somebody being a good person is so hard, and it involves
hard.
so
I
many
could prove it
different
to you,
like
though.
factors.
I could prove to you
I think
how
that
we could do it.
We're getting a little bit too
No,
general with things because
No.
the Greeks and the Romans
I'll
they
prove it
weren't
to you.
really like they had a lot of beliefs, okay? Plato and Aristotle were not like, let's do the most good. They were not all in agreement about all these different things. They had a lot of
they
different
had a
disagreements.
teacher-student relationship. But let me ask you a question. Do you think people would commit more crimes or less crimes if they knew that a police officer was watching them at all times?
I don't think this is what
Just-
we're talking
and- no,
about,
it's,
bro.
no. You said you cannot teach people good. I'm asking a question. If somebody thought that somebody was watching their actions, would they behave differently?
Yeah, no, because
I think that people behave differently when
Yes.
people watch their
Therefore,
actions.
if society thought that there was a God that was watching all of their actions, would they behave differently?
Do you feel like you behave better when someone is watching your
Absolutely.
actions?
And in fact, I
so you feel like you can't be good without someone there to observe
it's not.
it?
It's not a matter of you can't be good. Is that you act better if you think that there is somebody watching and judging your actions.
That feels
This is the
really
biblical.
unfortunate for you because I want to do good because I think it's better for the people around me, not because someone's watching me.
Hold
That's
on.
like the ideas of the panopticon.
Well,
you
hold on
know?
a second. But if you believe that somebody is always watching your behavior, you'd be less likely to lie, less likely to steal, less likely to cheat. And this is a good question because you're coming after this in good faith. Do you think human beings are generally naturally good or generally not so good? Are we flawed from our birth, or are we good, or are we a blank slate?
See, you're bringing up these Christian ideas of good again. I don't think we really come to the same synthesis on what a good person is.
Okay,
I feel like
was Hitler good?
I feel like, again, you're not listening to me. I
Pretty
feel like we
simple
don't come
question.
to the same synthesis about
Well,
what
I think we
good
will, though.
is, because for me, I think that something like good is, again, the question of ethics. It's not really a question of education, right? So you have
But-
to decide
but
what
super simple.
people,
It's
what
not a
people
trick question.
decide for themselves is good is different, right? So Hitler thought what he was doing was good for his people. We do not see his actions as good because he was pretty awful to a lot of people. But when we turn things into an ethical question,
Wait.
he may see it as doing good for himself and God, because yes, a lot of people believe they're doing good for God, even if that thing is killing people.
Was Hitler doing something objectively wrong?
Which thing are you talking about? You're talking
The
about the
concentration
genocide?
camps.
No, I don't like the concentration camps, believe it or not.
But hold on, you don't like. So was that objectively bad?
Objectively bad. I do think that hurting people is objectively bad.
Okay, so now we're believing in bad. So then good. There's a spectrum now. You said objectively bad. So you now just said there's a spectrum. It's not a matter of, well, somebody wanted to do some good for yourself. No, no, no. Now there's a spectrum. Concentration camp bad. So then let's like get away from that. How about Mother Teresa? Good?
Are you talking about her actions in trying to help the poor?
Hundreds of thousands of poor people that were saved in India and Calcutta thanks to her sacrificial work over 30 years.
I don't know Mother Teresa like that, but can we go back
I just
to?
said for.
I feel like we've gotten really off track.
No,
For
not,
one,
actually,
you're
you're talking about the most important thing because.
Hey, dude, you're interrupting me again.
Well, it is kind of our table. So.
So you can interrupt me, but I can't interrupt you.
Hold on. The fact you can't answer this question shows that college is a scam. Because if you can't say that Mother Teresa good and Hitler
Mother
bad.
Teresa denied anesthetics to people who were in serious pain because she thought the suffering would bring them closer to God. I think a lot of what she did could be
doubt
considered.
that to be true.
Okay,
but I'll take
whatever.
it.
We can't just reference random things and use that because right now we're talking about ideologies. Again, I find that what I consider to be good revolves more around the fact that humans are social creatures and generally pro-social attitudes of promoting collectivism tends to be better for people just because that's in our evolutionary nature.
Is it?
You are a Christian, so you believe that there's a guy watching you and that's what makes you do good. You're
No,
like,
it's not.
if someone's
That is
watching me, I am more likely
No.
to be nice. But
Oh my God, these people are just, Charlie is just swerving like, I don't know, he's just going off the track. I think they were actually talking about education, college being a scam, and I was really enjoying it. Now Charlie is just bringing Mother Teresa, Hitler, and I don't know, I'm just confused. I don't know whether I'm the only one confused here, but I think, yeah, let's talk about college. Let's talk about education. Actually, education is a broad spectrum. College, you go to college to get education, so education is like a broad spectrum, which education is like a good thing. I mean, education is generally a key to life, because without education, because education is not just you going to school or you going to college. Education starts from birth, like after birth, because education can be informal, can be formal or semi-formal. It depends on you being in the classroom. It depends on you learning on your own. It depends on you being taught in your room or being, learning from books by yourself. Education is education. Getting new ideas, ideologies, and it's bettering your skills and your knowledge. So education itself is the key to life. You cannot do anything without education, whether formal or informal. Actually, you cannot even live in this life because Charlie never got to college, but yes, he had his basic education, secondary education, and yet he keeps on learning every single day, and that is education for you. So college, I always say college is just the embetterment. College is not. You don't go to college for teachers to teach you. I think college is just for the embetterment of your life, of the skills you've acquired so far. So don't go to college to learn new things. We go to college to actually, let's say, sharpen our skills, better our lives, learn more ideologies, learn more from people, to socialize, to associate, and to know people from different backgrounds. So yeah, college, for me, I always say college is like not 100% a scam. I'll give it 60-40 because people can actually do it without college, but not everybody. I always say we have individual difference. It might work for you, might not work for me. I can go to college my second semester, I might drop out, and do something on my own. I can go to college too, and after that 4 years, I'm not going to do nothing with it. And that's how human nature is. It might work for you, it might not work for me. So I think, yeah, you need to know your skills. You are better, you are good at, because you went to basic school, went to secondary school. By now, you need to know what you're good at, what you want in life, and whether the college can help you sharpen it or college can help you better that skill. But if you can think you can do without college too, fine. So it's all about finding you, finding yourself, finding what can actually work for you, knowing your peak in life. So yeah, let me know what you think about this video. For me, Charlie just switched. Like, we're talking about education and now Mother Teresa wrong guard is like I was trying so hard not to keep out with him, but yet all the same I really did enjoy it. Let me know what you think about this video. If you have any recommendations or suggestions for me, I'll be so glad to see you in the comment section. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to click on the subscription button for more notifications. Thanks for watching.